Let's check back in with meteorologist Daniel McFarland now. And still those lows, Daniel, chilly in the morning. I mean, beautiful afternoons and...
Oh, yeah. Great.
There we go.
But you know, you and I looked at this yesterday. There were some places around freezing, remember, in southern Arizona here.
Yeah.
Didn't see it today, but...
Okay, so it's a bit warmer.
Yeah, a little bit, but I still had on my heavier jacket when I was outside with my dog. I'm sure you did too.
Yes, I did.
I think we're still probably going to need it tomorrow. You do see there's a couple other spots here that have had even cooler temperatures. We do have the Grand Canyon on there because they tend to be one of the coldest spots in the state. Yesterday they were down at 17 degrees. Today they only dropped down to 23. And as far as our region's concerned, Sierra Vista was the winner yesterday with that lowest temperature. They actually managed to get down to 32, which is of course the freezing point. For earlier this morning, a couple degrees warmer. So we are seeing a trend that's going to be continuing to move warmer here over the next couple days. In fact, overnight for tonight, I'm only thinking the upper 40s for us. So 45 for Tucson earlier this morning. 48 is going to be what you're waking up to tomorrow. So still probably your heavier jacket if you're going to be outside with your kids at the bus stop or walking your dog or anything like that. But I think the bigger number you're looking at here is going to be those afternoon temperatures because, yes, we stopped in the mid-70s today and it felt great, but we are going to see a slight wind shift tomorrow that's going to be rising up our temperatures. More of an east wind is going to take on over. Whenever we see that for this time of year, a whole lot of that warm air over places like Kansas and Oklahoma tend to make its way towards our area, and that's going to be happening as we get into your day around our area here. Now, over towards Cochise County. Remember, Sierra Vista managed to drop all the way down to 34. I'm still thinking they're going to be around 42 to 44 for their low overnight tonight. Closer towards Wilcox, another spot to watch that might be down into the 30s, while Ajo and Sells are already going to be making their way into the mid 80s for the afternoon high temperatures out there. So as I mentioned before, high pressure over the state, warm air over the middle of the country. Whenever you have high pressure, the wind comes from this direction over from the east, and that's going to be what we're having here in our area for the next couple days. And there might even be times out there where those winds are getting pretty strong too. We're not talking about wind gusts upwards of 30 or 40 miles per hour for Tucson. It's likely going to be closer to about 30 at absolute best, as you'll see here in just a second. Something else I want to point out about the high pressure center, it's really starting to break up a whole lot of the moisture that we did have, at least over the northern portion of the state. So whenever you're looking at this, keep an eye on that legend. So if you see more brown, that tells you drier air, and basically all of southern Arizona is seeing that drier air across our area. So again, dry week ahead for just about everyone. Gusts are going to be around 15 to 25 at best over the next few days. There's another front next week that could be bringing us some stronger winds. That's something we'll probably start to look at this weekend. But speaking of this weekend, the 90s are going to be the high temperatures, I think, as we get into Saturday and Sunday for a lot of places. Now, I think Tucson will probably stop around 89 with the way things stand right now, but it is going to be windy outside. More clouds for Sunday, but that's not going to stop us from reaching 90 degrees on that day. Another thing to note is that we are going to have another front eventually headed our direction during that time too. It's going to bring some windy conditions for your Monday. That'll eventually die down by Tuesday, but it's going to bring those temperatures back down to the mid 80s. I know people don't like to see 90 degrees, but it's only going to be maybe 1 or 2 days, and that'll be it.
I mean, it's not too bad. We can deal with it.
Not a lot to complain about here, that's for sure.
Yes, those mornings and evenings, Daniel. So nice.
Oh yeah, very nice.
Thank you very much. Coming up on News 4 Tucson at 4, a look at the latest release